Welcome to this explainer. I'm so incredibly glad you're joining me today. I spent a lot of time analyzing vehicle data, but today we're going to make it personal. Imagine we're just two friends grabbing a coffee, taking a stroll through a giant car dealership, and figuring out this whole exciting new landscape together. Because, let's be honest, the transition to electric vehicles, it can feel super overwhelming, but it absolutely doesn't have to be. Today, we are breaking down the absolute best EVs on the market, literally segment by segment. Consider this your ultimate buying guide, built on years of experience and thousands of data points, designed entirely to help you out.
Which electric car do you recommend? Literally, friends and acquaintances ask me this all the time. It's the number one thing people want to know the second they start looking at the EV world. And honestly, it makes perfect sense. It's a massive shift. So my goal today is to completely demystify this market for you. I want to give you a crystal clear, completely stress-free path so that by the end of our time together, you'll know exactly where to look based on your actual, real-world needs.
So, here's our journey map for today. We'll start by looking at the EV world as it stands right now, then check out the entry-level A and B segments. After that, we'll dive right into the core market battle between Tesla and the Koreans, scale the summit of large SUVs and luxury, and finally, help you make the big choice between software and 800-volt charging.
All right, let's jump in. Section 1, the world of electric cars and understanding the current market.
Which brings us right to Section 2, the entry. A and B segments, smart choices for the city.
Okay, so the most important thing to realize right off the bat is that this market has totally matured. We are way past the era where there was only one good electric car. Understanding vehicle segments is the absolute key to a stress-free transition, and that starts right at the entry level with some seriously practical solutions for daily driving. When you're looking for the ultimate rational choice for city driving, the Leapmotor T03 really stands out. You don't always need massive range or some huge, overwhelming size. Sometimes you just need agility and incredible value. It strips away all the unnecessary excess and gives you exactly what you need to get around town efficiently and affordably. It is just the perfect, logical starting point.
Now, stepping up just a bit, we find the BYD Dolphin. And wow, this represents a real leap in quality. The Dolphin isn't just a basic city car, it's a completely well-rounded vehicle. When friends ask me for something that feels substantial, without totally breaking the bank, this is a really strong recommendation. It offers an incredibly solid build and a level of comfort that is just vastly superior to what you'd traditionally expect from an entry-level car.
And a huge reason the Dolphin pulls this off is its use of the Blade battery. This is a brilliant structural battery technology that BYD pioneered. Think of it this way. Instead of just dropping a heavy, clunky battery box into a car frame, the battery itself actually provides structural integrity to the car. This doesn't just offer superior safety, it drastically improves space efficiency inside. It literally elevates the Dolphin from a mere entry-level car into a genuinely impressive technological stepping stone.
All right, moving on to Section 3, the core market. Tesla versus the Koreans, the battle of the C and D segments.
So, moving right into this core market, we are entering the space where the absolute highest volume of buyers are looking, and frankly, it's where the biggest, most fascinating rivalry in the entire EV space is happening right now. This is where the market splits into two brilliant but totally opposing philosophies. On one side, you have the undisputed queens, the Tesla Model 3 and Model Y. If you're after pure efficiency and trip management software that literally has zero rivals for simplicity, Tesla is your go-to. It's essentially an operating system on wheels. But on the flip side, we have the athletic alternative, the Hyundai IONIQ 5 and 6 and the Kia EV6. These Korean brands take a fundamentally different approach. Instead of focusing just on software, they focus on absolute hardware freedom through their cutting-edge 800-volt architecture.
And the crucial differentiator really comes down to this one number, 18. That is the number of minutes it takes to charge those Korean 800-volt vehicles from 10% to 80%. While Tesla totally wins on software, Hyundai and Kia take the crown for the sheer freedom of travel, all thanks to this ultra-fast charging. It completely transforms highway pit stops. You pull over, plug in, grab a quick coffee, stretch your legs, and you are back on the road in 18 minutes. It's an absolute game changer for long-distance travel for sure.
Next up is Section 4, the summit. Large SUVs and luxury, the peak of the electric experience. Now we've finally reached the peak, looking at large SUVs and those highly aspirational luxury vehicles that are completely redefining what an electric car can even be. What I absolutely love about this segment right now is the incredibly diverse approaches to luxury.
Take the Kia EV9, for example. It's the new benchmark for those seeking massive space. We're talking up to 7 seats, paired with that incredible 800-volt technology, all at a price point that genuinely democratizes space compared to the traditional premium sector. Then you have the Porsche Macan Electric. This thing is pure dynamic excellence. Built on the 800-volt PPE platform, it's the absolute reference point for anyone who flat-out refuses to give up that sporting DNA when going electric. And then there is the new frontier, the Ferrari Luce. This isn't just an EV. It is a total redefinition of the luxury car, using electrification to deliver a level of dynamic control that is just unprecedented.
And let me tell you, the competition at this summit is undeniably fierce. Just look at this figure, 116,900 euros. That is the base launch price in Europe for the new Lucid Gravity. This is a fierce new competitor, taking direct aim at legacy luxury brands like Bentley and Mercedes-Maybach. It really grounds this segment in reality. These are high-end, absolutely no-compromise vehicles, battling for supremacy at the very, very top of the market.
And just how far has this technology been pushed? Well, check out this figure, 1040. That is the staggering horsepower of the Ferrari Luce. When you pair that much power with an 800-volt architecture that allows for incredibly fast charging up to 350 kilowatts, it shows the absolute cutting edge of EV performance. We are looking at power and charging speeds that were literally unimaginable just a few years ago. It's wild.
Which brings us to our final stop, Section 5, the choice. Software or 800 volts, finding your ideal car. So, we've climbed all the way from super rational city cars to 1,000-horsepower hyper-luxury vehicles. But for most of us, making a confident decision really comes down to one fundamental trade-off. On one side, you have system and software. If your top priority is a car that manages every single aspect of your trip autonomously and fluidly, then Tesla is your ultimate operating system on wheels. They literally do the thinking for you. On the other side, you have hardware and charging. If you want maximum charging speed to drastically reduce your highway stop times, then the 800-volt architectures found in Hyundai, Kia, Porsche, and Ferrari represent the new technological gold standard today. It really truly is a choice between software management and sheer hardware capability. So, I want to leave you with this final provocative question. What is your priority when traveling? Do you value seamless, hands-off software planning, or do you crave the absolute freedom of 18-minute ultra-fast charging? Answering that one question will guide you perfectly to your next car. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today. I really hope this guide helps you make a confident, stress-free choice. But remember, things like battery chemistry and autonomous software are literally evolving by the month. So which side of this scale will tip the balance next year? Until next time, keep your eyes on the road and stay curious.